Today on Rock the Park. We're in Montana on horseback.
Exploration is not dead, it's alive and well.
Searching for the source of North America's longest river.
Without a map, without a GPS, could you imagine trying to find this?
And getting a little too close.
As I was heading down the trail, I look over and it's a bear. Hey, stop, dudes.
To a worried mama bear.
Oh, guys, we should get out of here. We got a cub. Hey, back off.
And it all starts right now.
Okay, this is insane. Come on, guys.
I'm Jack Steward.
This is the real deal.
And I'm Colton Smith.
These are mountains!
We've been buddies for years. Always in search of the next adventure.
Dude, what was that? We share a passion for our national parks and other wild places around the world.
Oh my God. Heading off the beaten path. Pushing our limits and experiencing nature's best kept secrets.
Here we go!
It's how we rock the park.
We have a bear right off of the trail in front of us.
You never want to get close to a mama bear and her cubs.
Hey.
But by a stroke of bad luck,
Oh, guys, we should get out of here. We got a cub.
we're in between them.
Hey.
With some nervous horses and mules in tow.
This is insane.
We're in Beaverhead-Deerlodge National Forest in southwestern Montana, the largest national forest in the state, where awe-inspiring vistas are outdone only by the abundance of wildlife.
We're making our way into the Centennial Mountain Range, an absolutely gorgeous range that's right outside of Yellowstone.
We're here to take in the stunning mountain peaks and meadows the same way the early settlers did centuries ago, on horseback.
We've all grown up listening to stories of cowboys and early explorers out here in the frontier. Well, today we are taking horses up into the mountains to find the source of the Missouri River on the Continental Divide.
Native Americans have inhabited these lands for over 12,000 years. But what put this region literally on the map was Lewis and Clark's historic expedition to explore America's western frontier in the early 19th century.
I'm Jack.
Jack, Casey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Hey, Colton.
Colton, nice to meet you.
Casey and his right-hand man, Sam, will be leading us into the wilderness as we search for the source of the Missouri, the longest river in North America, and the waterway that really opened up the West for explorers and settlers.
You'll go right to the very spring that would start it.
So wait, it starts from a spring in the ground?
It does.
This is like being pioneers. This is gonna be a blast.
Awesome.
So what can we expect today?
We'll be traveling 6 to 7 miles to a place called Blair Lake, and that's where we'll be camping for the night. And it's about 1,800-foot elevation climb.
Cool. Oh, wow,
Yep.
okay. I love hearing 7 or 8 miles up 2,000 feet of elevation and knowing that it's not gonna be my legs going up. That's
Yeah.
a nice change of pace for us.
We don't even have to carry our gear. We'll be traveling with 4 mules, and each one can carry what's called a manny load, about 100 pounds per side.
This is Tick right here.
Tick?
Yeah.
Tick.
All right.
Right behind him, this is Skunk.
I'm not gonna ask where Skunk got his name.
You can look at his tail.
Tick and Skunk. What makes mules better for packing than horses?
They're stronger, they're more sure-footed on steep terrain.
You know, there are bears out there.
Right.
What do we do on a horse? I mean, is the horse gonna get spooked if we see some wildlife?
No, they'll just look at the wildlife from afar and just pay attention to it, and that's it. Yeah, Colton, this is your pony right here.
All right, Fawn?
Fawn, that's right.
Okay.
Whoops, easy. You know, it goes without saying, but you instantly feel cooler when you hop on a horse.
This is Nita, short for Bonita, which means pretty, and she really is. Sweet. All right, we ready? I'm ready. Yeah. Come on, Nita, let's go. Come on. All right, Nita, fall in line. There we go.
Right now, we're at about 6,000 feet in elevation, and we'll be traveling on switchbacks that zigzag through a dense forest of pine and spruce that's teeming with wildlife. This is prime habitat for black bears and grizzly bears, and we've been told to expect to see moose and, of course, coyotes, which thrive all across the western U.S.
Beaverhead-Deerlodge National Forest is enormous. It's 3.3 million acres, and it was first documented in 1805 in the journals of Lewis and Clark. They set off from St. Louis, Missouri, with about 45 men, a 55-foot-long boat, and they went in search of the headwaters of the Missouri River. My gosh, what an incredibly ambitious and brutal undertaking.
Our main agenda for today is much easier. Make it to Blair Lake and bond with our horses.
We are on our way up the mountain now. Nita's doing great, although she's trying to pull a few fast ones on me. She's already gone down for a few leaves. The horses aren't supposed to eat on the trails because if you're holding the reins and they dip their heads quickly, that could pull you off the horse. Nope. See that? See what she tries to pull? No, we're not doing that. Get out of there. But yeah, so I've got everything under control. Oh, I see some scuffed up trees up here.
Oh yeah.
Is this from bears?
That'd be from bears, yeah.
Yeah. You know, we're on these horses. It's easy to forget that we are out in bear country, not just bear country, grizzly country.
Come on, Fawn.
As if on cue, a reminder becomes an encounter. Whoa, whoa. Straight up there.
Oh.
Do you see him up there?
Oh, wow, yeah, I do. He looks really young. I would be very surprised if he was detached from his mom already. It means that mom might be nearby.
Black bears usually, when they climb up trees, they're trying to get away from something, so I wonder if we've spooked him a little bit. Maybe we should keep moving?
Yeah, I think so.
The protocol for encountering wildlife on the trail while riding a horse is to make sure the horse can see the other animal. Usually, just knowing what's going on will keep the horse calm. We carefully make our way past the bear without rattling anybody. But little do we know, this won't be our last bear encounter.
Oh, guys, we should get out of here.
Good girl, keep it up. We're high in the Montana Rockies on horseback, looking for the source of the Missouri River, and getting a lesson from our guide Casey on how to pick up the pace. So, like, the form is to kind of be forward?
Right, because it's kind of thrusting you backwards.
Yeah.
And then once you feel that momentum balance, just kind of stay in that.
For newbies like us, that's easier said than done.
Whoa! 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 Oh my God! Oh, that was something! Oh man, I felt a lot more discombobulated than I imagined myself just with this stoic pose going across the meadow, and I did not feel stoic whatsoever.
It's almost 5 o'clock, and we still have several miles to go before reaching camp at Blair Lake. So right now we are on the Continental Divide Trail, which is a long-distance trail that goes from Canada all the way down to Mexico. The Continental Divide is a string of mountain summits that divide North America into two primary drainage areas and determine which way water flows, mainly west towards the Pacific or east towards the Atlantic. We've got Mount Jefferson in front of us, which is the tallest in the Centennials. It's over 10,000 feet tall, and it is a beast of a mountain.
Not a bad view, eh, horsey?
This must be camp.
This is it.
All right, home sweet home.
Oh, this is a mountain camp right here.
Our horses deserve a good rest, and Casey tells us to just turn them loose toward the lake. They're so well trained that they'll return by themselves.
Be home before dark.
And they'll go all the way to the lake, and if you guys want to know where the lake is, you're welcome to follow them.
And we do, with fishing rods in hand. Blair Lake is spring-fed and sits at over 8,100 feet in elevation.
I saw one jump. I'm gonna try to go right where he was. Not even close.
I think this experience is showing me how much simpler life used to be when we were more part of nature. And it's inspiring to see people like Casey and Sam who have chosen to live a life like that. I once heard a saying that I really like. There's something about the outside of a horse that's good for the inside of a man. And it's so true. Spending time with these animals and walking through these valleys and mountains, it just lifts you up. What a way to cap off a perfect day, relaxing at the lake, and then gathering around the campfire as the sun goes down.
The next morning, we're up at dawn to get an early start.
So we'll be approximately 18 miles today.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll see another bear or two and a couple moose today.
Cool. Yeah, let's saddle up.
You ready for another adventure?
Yeah.
Today, I'll be taking on a new challenge, leading the mule train. Contrary to popular belief, mules aren't stubborn, but they are careful to avoid trouble.
Let's go, guys.
Now, no funny business today, Fawn. We're a team, and teamwork makes the dream work. I need you to remember that. How's that leading feeling?
Great.
Yeah? Nice.
So far, so good.
Leading the way and leading the mule train gives me kind of a sense of purpose out here that I enjoy. Whenever I'm on adventures, I like to take that leadership role. It's just kind of in my nature to do so. So it's fun to be able to do it with these horses and mules. I really feel like I'm working with a team.
But you never want to get too comfortable when you're in the backcountry because you never know what might lie ahead. Like a mother bear and her cubs.
Hey.
He's coming.
Hey! Back off.
This is insane.
Come on.
Colton and I are on horseback exploring high in the Montana Rockies when suddenly the horses and mules get spooked and the entire team comes to a screeching halt.
As I was heading down the trail, Nita here started to get really excited. Whoa, hey, whoa. And I look over and it's a bear. Hey, stop, dudes, hey.
And a big one at that. The bear has golden blonde fur, but she's actually a black bear. You can tell because she's lacking the prominent hump that grizzlies have just behind their necks. But that doesn't make things any easier for us.
These guys are getting tugged.
The mules are getting hopelessly tangled as the bear starts heading right towards us.
Hey, Sam. Yo. Bear might be circling back. He's kind of coming around our backside.
And suddenly, we realize why.
Oh, guys, we should get out of here. We got a cub.
Colton spots not one, but two cubs directly above us in a tree, putting us where you never want to be, in between a mother bear and her cubs.
He's coming.
Hey! Back off.
Here, we gotta get out this way.
How close?
It's a real situation. Nice and easy. Come on. Good girl. Good girls.
Just then, the frightened cubs spot their mother and start coming down the tree to run to her.
Tone, we gotta get out.
At this point, move. Go to your babies.
This type of thing is never what you want to have happen. Like, I rounded the corner, I had the mule train, and then they wrecked. So now we've got Casey and Sam dealing with that while there's a mother and a cub around. It's just bad news. That's scary stuff.
Watch out, guys.
Our guides Sam and Casey finally get the mules untangled, just as the last bear cub makes its way down the tree. We hit the trail and get moving.
A mother black bear or grizzly is gonna be very, very protective. And that's exactly what she was. She was not gonna leave us alone.
Never been that close to a cub with a mother, being separated. That was insane. And a bear encounter alone is crazy. We had a mule wreck at the exact same time.
Sam was closest to the bear. He grabbed my bear spray, I grabbed the horses. And luckily everybody was able to keep their calm and cool.
Sam was standing guard, guarding everybody for his life.
Of course, he puts me back here when there's a bear behind us.
That was intense, crazy, and awesome.
I'm kind of speechless. That was as crazy as it gets.
We finally put enough distance between us and the bears to relax and resume our mission, finding the source of the Missouri River. And by the looks of it, we're getting close.
We've already had to cross over some creeks, some streams. We're seeing all of these different tributaries.
And where there's water, there's wildlife. A female moose is called a cow, and this one looks pretty young, and she's definitely checking us out.
She seems pretty curious too, because normally I would think it would have gotten spooked by now, but she hasn't moved a muscle.
We're in Montana searching for the source of the Missouri River when one of our trusty mules spots a young moose.
Looks like old skunk, Caesar.
That's one thing I have learned in the time I've worked with mules. They're like a big watchdog. Wherever their eyes go, your eyes go there too, because they see something that you don't.
Man, that's beautiful. Up on the mountainside like that. Wow, that is just gorgeous.
Fortunately, the young moose moves on, and so do we, in search of the headwaters we came to find. Hell-Roaring Creek is the first significant water system that flows out of the spring we're in search of. After 2 days and 15 miles, we follow the creek as it dwindles until at last, we reach our destination.
This it?
This is it.
Wow. Don't see any water.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm really shocked that we even have to look for water.
Oh, I see water.
Yeah?
Yeah, down here.
To our surprise, Brower's Spring, the source of the mighty Missouri River, is barely a trickle.
The Missouri River is the largest, longest river in the United States, over 2,300 miles. This is where it begins.
So this spring right here is fed from snow melt that goes into the ground, and then it makes its way out of the earth into this. Then this feeds into other streams and tributaries that then
And it just builds and
funnel
builds and builds.
into the Missouri River.
From here, the river grows and heads down to St. Louis, Missouri, where it joins the Mississippi, which flows all the way to the Gulf of Mexico.
So to think that this is the headwaters, I mean, that's pretty
Unbelievable.
It's so crazy to think that Lewis and Clark worked so hard to try to find what we're staring at right now.
Without a map, without a GPS, without having any idea of what area you were trekking through, could you imagine trying to find this?
I really connected with this experience. I just felt, I don't know, that I need horses in my life more often.
That was just seeing the wilderness in an incredibly different way that I haven't really experienced before.
It was so refreshing to be with the horses, have someone to take care of. They were taking care of us. You have to stay on top of things a little bit more, but also you get to sit back and enjoy things.
Yeah, until you come across a bear. Then things change very, very quickly.
And when those mules wrecked, I thought we were gonna have a really bad situation. So props to Casey for being able to get that under control and for us being able to stay calm and get out of the way of those bears.
Exploration is not dead, it's alive and well. And if you're not willing to step out, to give something a try, you're never gonna know if there is that other thing inside of you.
I fall more in love with Montana every single time I come. And I lived here for 5 years.
Yeah, I know.
You know, like, it is such a magical place. Every time I come back, I get another aspect of why Montana is always gonna be home for me. Hey, if we can do it, so can you.
So the next chance you get, go out and rock the park.
Good girl, keep it up.
Whoa, whoa.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Make sure to leave any questions or comments that you have.
And please subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more to come.